Hello, Cody here with Cody's Workshop, and today I'm going to be showing you how I make these little incense burners on my 3018 Pro CNC. For those who don't know what an incense burner is, some people call them an ash catcher, incense ash catcher, incense holder. Essentially what they are is they hold incense sticks like these ones here. These ones here are my energizing ones that I really like, and they're just, I think they're 9 inches long if I recall, and all it does, it holds it in place and catches the ash that falls as they burn, and they just have a nice scent to them. So let's get started. I'm going to get one of my blanks here set up, squared up, and set on the CNC, and we're going to get started right with the time lapse of engraving one of these, or pocketing out one of these incense burners. Let's get started. Also, before we get started with this run, I also want to go over, I'm going to be using a flat end mill here, an 1/8 inch flat end mill, if it focuses. I don't think it'll focus on the end mill. Come on, focus. Nope. But it's just a flat end mill from HQ Master. Just 1/8 inch flat end mill, 2 flute. I'll be running that at 7,000 RPMs with a 18 inches per minute feed rate and 0.015 inch depth per path. So, and we're going down 1/8 of an inch. It might be a little bit slow for moving, but I've been really pushing these little end mills a lot and burning through them a lot. So I'm going to try to slow down my feed rate and depth per pass to try and save some bits. We'll see how this goes. But let's get started with time lapse. Alright, so this one's done. This one here, I'm just going to leave it as like a basic incense burner, kind of like, you know, this one, no engraving at the top or bottom. And that's literally just because there's this knot. This knot right here, it's not going to look nice once you put a engraving in it. That knot's going to show. It's not going to be very nice. So this here just needs a little bit of sanding. I got to paint this tray, and that should be good. The next one I'm going to do, I found a nicer piece with no knots. I'm going to do one of these swirl designs. Now, when I run this, I'm not going to do the tray again. I'm not going to do another time lapse of that. I'm going to skip right past that, and the next thing you guys are going to see is the engraving. And that's literally going to be with one of my engraving bits, because I got a variety pack and I don't know what angles what. I really can't tell, the bits are so small. It's one of my little V engraving bits. It's either going to be 30, 20, or 15. I generally like to use the 20s. I can tell after it's engraved what it is better based on the width of the lines, but I personally prefer the 20 degrees, and that's what I'm going to try to figure out which one is, but we'll see. So let's jump in right to that. So guys, I just finished I just finished this burner technically. This is the one with the swirl design. Now in the last clip, if I recall, I said I was going to try to use a 20 or 30 degree engraving bit. This one here, I think I used a 15 degree engraving bit. You can kind of see the engraved lines are very small. It's kind of rough. I'm not a fan of that. Now, I also said in the last one we were using a piece of wood without a knot for it. Yeah, I filmed the first one that I said I was going to use the 20 or 30 degree V bit, or engraving bit. And you can see the difference of how much wider the lines are. Here's a side-by-side comparison. So you can kind of see the 15 degrees, they make it, they can do some very nice, fine, little detail work, but also if you're just using it for engraved lines, they suck. And actually, this is the one I use for the time lapse, because this one, whenever I set up the swirl pattern to engrave, I forgot to hit record. I set my phone up, I set the camera up. Apparently, I missed hitting on the record button. It happens. But I still want to show you a time lapse, so I did another one. And now I have one more design I'm going to do for a time lapse in this video, and that's going to be a moon phases design. So I'm going to get one more of these set up, ready to go with the pocketing, and see you when I'm ready to engrave it in the time lapse. So, moon phases. That is this incense burner. It is engraved. Came out kind of pretty nice. Happy with it. So, thought I'd record this yesterday, by the way. Hence the reason for a third shirt change. But that is these designs here. There's, well, I guess there's only two designs. I did a swirl design in the moon phase and a blank. So those are the three I have right now. I do have two other designs, but because I started working on these on Christmas, I have a Christmas design, and then I have a 420 design as well. So those are other ones I've done. You can literally do these with any kind of thing you can come up with to put top, bottom. You can put stuff at the sides. It's kind of your playground. The thing you have to remember at the sides, though, is you're going to have a hole somewhere. So you got to make sure your hole's not going to be in the design, because that would suck. But I'm going to do this as a two-part video because this is probably going to be 10-ish minutes long already. So the next part, we're going to be doing the whole finishing of one of these, and hopefully I will have that out. This is going up Tuesday, so hopefully I'll have that out by Friday if I'm lucky. And if you want to keep updated on the process of this, make sure to go like my Facebook page. I just made that this past week, so I kind of post there and show you what I'm doing. I actually did a little sneak peek for this video on there, showing the time lapse of the cutting the pocket. So go check that out. If you're interested in the Discord, I have a hobbyist CNC Discord. I just started setting that up again this week. I made it forever ago, and I'm just getting to trying to put life into it and actually do something with it. So go ahead, you can go join that. And also there's always woodworking on Steam, which has been one of my favorite Discords, honestly. It's my favorite woodworking Discord. So go check those out. Links for those will be down in the description. And I'll see you guys later this week finishing these.